All right, here we are for round number 3. Let's hope that hello and good luck. Let's hope that we can get around what happened last round. All right, this is a pretty darn good hand. A couple one drops, a removal spell, a couple lands, and some haste creatures to go along with it. So that's good. I don't know what's going on, but I'm hosting my matches. I don't know if I said this last round, but I'm hosting my matches and it's starting the games automatically, which is weird. Oh, looks like we're up against Burn. Well, not doing too good on that front. I think we're still just going to get in for 4, though. So Burn can be a very bad matchup if they have Martyr of Ashes after board. If not, then it's not that bad of a matchup. All right, so we can bolt that guy, and then we can play mock conscripts. Or actually, we don't have to do that now. So we can bolt you. Play this guy. Get in for 6. That being said, this matchup is actually still not very good because they can just constantly burn me and my creatures faster than I can usually attack them. But we'll see. Um, we'll see what happens. All right, cycle Forgotten Cave and Searing Blaze, I assume. Looks just like it. Or at least seems like it. So I just want to say, funny enough, there was somebody in the chat. Yep, I guess he was deciding who to kill. I can agree that that is the correct choice. Okay, so we get to play this guy out, hit my opponent for a bunch, and then we could play out conscripts, and hopefully I don't get flooded again. So that way I can keep attacking every turn. So somebody in the PCT chat said earlier, get ready everybody because the tournament says that it was something ridiculous. It was like more than 40% or wow. Guess my opponent didn't have much in the way of removal. Or just had lands. So we have nothing for burn. We just go right back in. The Flaring Pit doesn't do anything. They don't have any artifacts to destroy. They don't have any creatures that you want to waste Flame Slash on. Yes, Chain Lightning is a liability, but it's usually better than Flame Slash. And obviously Pyroblast doesn't do anything, while Electrickery, yeah, it kills Fire Slinger, but meh. So somebody said that it was like something ridiculous. I think it was like 40% or like more than 50% of the tournament was red tonight. So looks like I'm in for quite a challenge. This hand is really not that great because we have to top deck a land. And if we do, we're kind of slow, but I don't think I want to mulligan it. I don't think that this deck mulligans particularly well. So I think I'm still just going to keep as is. And I'm going to play the Jackal Familiar first. And the reason is because if my opponent uses Riftbolt to kill my 1-drop creature, I'd rather them kill the worst one of the two, in my opinion. But it looks like my opponent's just going to try to race. Unless my opponent has Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze is also really bad for you, because it allows them to play a land and hurt you. So, alright, they needle dropped us into Fireslinger. Ew. Alright. Guess I just could have the complete opposite happen that happened to me last round and just draw no lands, but I don't know, I feel like drawing no lands is just less annoying than drawing all the lands. That's kind of bad for us. Okay. So here I think I'll just play Cohort and pass because I don't really want to attack into this Keldon Marauders, but I think I will chump it with Mod Conscripts if push comes to shove. So we'll see what happens. Well, never mind. Searing Blaze decided that that wasn't going to happen. And a Curse of the Pierced. Alright, well, we're going to chump. Instead my opponent doesn't attack. Okay, I respect that. Alright. We'll play Rakdos Shred Freak. We'll pass the turn. We're not in terrible shape, but it's going to require a bit of luck on our part on what our opponent draws over the course of the next 2 turns. If we can draw a 3rd land and our opponent doesn't have much, we'll be okay. But like I said, it really just depends. Alright. Currently we're at a virtual 5, kind of. So we'll see. Yep. It's going to come down to the wire here. Alright, so I'm going to play this, and I'm going to Interflame Acolyte on the Jackal Familiar. Actually, on the Conscripts. To try to get in for what can be 10 damage. See what my opponent has to say about it. Putting it on the Conscripts, because if my opponent's going to kill a creature, I think the Conscripts is technically the worst one. Because, you know, in the long run, if I don't draw any creatures, it's just bad for me. Alright, so my opponent's at 14. We win next turn currently. But we're at 3, so if my opponent has any burn spell, we're just dead. Yeah, okay. But we did win next turn, so that was good. It looks like my opponent possibly does not have Martyr of Ashes, which is good. But I think missing our land drop 2 turns in a row and being on the draw was definitely our downfall. We'll keep this hand. This hand's not great, but it's certainly not the worst. Gonna go Mod Conscripts turn 1 because I want to attack on turn 2. That's basically the reason. I definitely got to pick up the Tempest versions of Mod Conscripts. This border is just... Oh my god, this border is annoying the crap out of me. Alright. Pass turn. So we drew a Chain Lightning, but I'm still going to play out both of my guys because I think I just need to go as aggressive as possible. And if I don't draw another creature, it means I was getting unlucky anyway, so there isn't really a point in trying. See if my opponent bolts me or bolts one of my dudes. Does nothing. Nothing turn 1. My opponent did mulligan, to be fair. But did nothing turn 1. Didn't even do anything at the end of my turn. Guess I'll just Searing Blaze one of my Conscripts now. Well, my opponent just kept lands and Searing Blazes. I could be in a heap of trouble anyway. Yep. Alright. Hit my opponent for 3 while they're tapped out. And we'll play a land in case they play their own Chain Lightning. And pass turn. Alright, so my opponent drew a Keldon Rose, or played one. I'm going to kill it and then play my Haste Dude and get in for 6. My opponent also did not play a land, which is good for us. Or me, rather. So get in for 6. Keep the land in my hand to keep my opponent guessing what it might be, I think. I don't really think there's a point in playing it since everything in my deck costs 3 or less now. Ew. Chain Lightnings me while I'm tapped out. And Needle drops me. Okay. Missed a land drop, though, which is good. Alright, so that allows me to attack for 6 and put my opponent to dead. So my opponent cannot currently Chain Lightning me anymore because now they will die to it. But if my opponent just has, you know, like a land and then bolt, Fire Blast me, I am currently dead. So we'll see what happens. Now there's a land. Here comes a Searing Blaze. Probably on my Haste Dude. Yep. Could still lose if we don't draw a creature spell or a burn spell. So we lose if we draw any land. Alright. That should be the game. I don't think my opponent is able to remove 2 creatures unless they're willing to sacrifice 2 lands. Yep. Okay. So we didn't see Martyr of Ashes, or else we probably would have lost. So this matchup is, don't get me wrong, it's not very good for this deck. But you know, if the opponent's not playing Martyr of Ashes or any type of Wrath of God spell, or if they don't, or you know, if the burn player stumbles, it's very easy for you to win if you get a typical draw like I did. But yeah, so that was round number 3, and I hope to see you for round number 4. Thanks for watching.